Hello, Namaste, and welcome to my channel, Spiritual Gina, where I encourage you to live from your soul. Today, as you can see, this is another card chat video. And before I get started, thank you so much for stumbling across my page. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're not, welcome. Do know that I have several one-to-one services that includes the Comsic Human, which is my signature one-to-one micro mentorship. I also have Light of the Phoenix, which is my one-to-one mentorship that is more longer. And I also have several courses and back pocket mentorship available to you. All right, so this is what I've learned from, I think this is what I learned from getting tarot readings, but this is also what I've learned as a tarot reader. First, the energy that you're in greatly impacts the reading, meaning if you are in a lower state, if you are in more so of a contracted state, honor your season of contraction, right? Because trying to push forward for answers when you are in the space of contraction really just won't get you anywhere. And so you have to honor that you are in a contracted place. Maybe pull like an oracle card or something. I would say stay away from tarot cards if you're in contracted place. But overall, the energy that you are in greatly impacts the reading. And so I don't think people understand that. And so when they get a reading and it's not what they want to see, they don't understand how to interpret the cards. And so just understanding that your overall energy impacts the reading itself. And this can be you getting a reading, or you getting a reading for yourself, are you giving a reading to yourself and or to someone else, okay? My second thing that I've learned since being a tarot reader, since giving tarot readings, is that if you have to ask about a romantic connection in a tarot reading because you're like just unsure, it's probably not the one for you. And that one can be a little bit weird because, you know, technically it's down to your imagination and what you are imagining about that person. But overall, I found that people who ask about lovers and tarot readings, it's because they are themselves unsure and or their intuition has already told them, you know, what's up or something's off, or they just feel it's like Princess and the Pea, where she's like on the bed and it has the pea on it and she's uncomfortable, but she's like, oh, I am comfortable, you know. It's like knowing that there is this core uncomfortability and not fully honoring that. That's what I find. And so it's not a bad thing to have to ask about a person in tarot reading, but I found that if you do, it most likely means that you are unsure about that person, and so that person just isn't really for you, and or there's some like resistance that you feel towards that individual overall. And again, it comes down to your imagination, but I feel that if you have to ask the tarot about someone because you are genuinely unsure, then that person probably isn't, you know, really meant to be in your life, and or there's a problem in how you imagine relationships to be, because it all comes down to your imagination. And the last thing I've learned since doing tarot readings, well, actually two more things. The second to last thing, so number 3, pay for your tarot readings, okay? Do not get free tarot readings. Unless you really know that person, you like them, etc. Paid tarot readings are an energy exchange, and so you should want to pay your reader, because that means, it doesn't mean really anything, honestly, but it's more likely that that person is going to be tapped into your energy, more likely that they'll get accurate answers, more likely that person feels appreciated as well. And so just free tarot readings are an affront to the reader and the person getting the reading, because there's just little to no value in it, in my opinion, and what I found. And more specifically, it's not training the brain to rethink or imagine something different. Most of the time, people that want free readings, they're in a lower contracted place, which is fine, but they're in a more contracted place. And overall, like, they just won't really apply what you give them. And it's like, you know, you have to really understand that relationship is, well, people often ask about relationship, but overall it's a very spiritual journey living, you know. And so I feel people who ask for free readings, they aren't really committed to their spiritual journey, is what I truly find, and what I found. That could be completely wrong, but again, that's what I found. And last thing here, the quality of your questions. There should be like a quality control for tarot questions, because if you ask a shitty question, you will get a shitty response, i.e., how does that person feel about me? What is going to happen with this person if we're going on a date? Like, stupid shit like that, you know, like things that people really don't care, like things that people care about, but you should be asking different questions. The tarot, in my opinion, functions best when asking intrapersonal questions, meaning, what is this relationship teaching me about myself? What relationship pattern is this person displaying? Things like that. Things just more like, how is my energy interacting with this person, basically. And so yeah, that will be all, because I want to keep this video super short. Thank you so much for watching, and if it resonated, thank you for liking, commenting, and definitely only if it resonates, subscribing. And yeah, thank you so much. Namaste.